Alright, so look, we might actually be. Hold on, let me restart this song. Like, precision be cranking, but yeah. So we might be good. Let me invite my man in here. We gonna talk about. Let me see. Oh shit. What's up, gang? What it is. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I thought I was Tory Lanez. I thought my joint was gonna be jumping like crazy earlier. What's up, Amari? I see you. I put this in earlier. This is the podcast that I did yesterday. Wise Guys podcast. So, you know, I'm trying to invite my man in here so we can have this think tank. Instagram be bugging sometimes. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, this joint is not letting me. What's up, Larry? I see you. Yeah, I don't know why this not letting me send this though. Man, what? Man, Larry, I hope you out there working on your dribbles, man. I don't think you could check me though. For real. Connor, what's up, man? He said you got it. Let me see though. Damn, I cannot. So what I'm doing is I'm inviting. He's a coach and he coaches for Archbishop Spalding High School. Well, I'm gonna let him explain everything, you know, when he get here, but he coached D-line, and so I was trying to give, you know, guys some insight on, you know, just the recruiting process, what it's like to play at the next level. I mean, I played D3, and, you know, I had, my experience is a little bit different than everybody else's. I only played 1 year, and so this guy, I mean, you know, I think he went to Kent State, you know, so they're all 4 years, so I was trying to just, you know, give you guys a, you know, just another. But the thing is, Instagram is not allowing me to send this to him. And that's kind of messing up, you know, what we trying to do. Pocket, Marcel, what's up, man? I see y'all. It's DJ, I see you. Man, I'm trying to get everything together, but like I said, Instagram is tripping right now. Like, truly. I put this up again for real. Go check this out. It's actually on the Wise Guys pod. It's on their page and all that. Alright, here we go. So we ready to go live. So Terrell ready to join me, Coach Rel. My guy.
Dog.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
Ain't so, shit, brother.
I was having a lot of bit of really a lot of bit of issues, dealing with this live joint, but we here now.
We here now, brother. That's all that matters. We here now.
Exactly. So basically I was telling everybody a little bit, like, I've been getting a lot of questions, and I've been getting a lot of parents, not really coaches or nothing, obviously, but people that are trying to go from youth ball to high school to college, right? So we just want to get, like, a little bit of insight from, I told them, I played D3, I went to Albright, and I only played that 1 year, but I told them your experience is much more valuable than the experience that I could give them, because, like, you did the whole thing for real, I mean. And the thing is, just a little bit of background. We was talking about it earlier. We played on the same high school team, and we won 2 championships.
Yes, sir.
I always say it, I wish they threw me the ball more, but it is what it is. We did that. You know what I mean?
We did that, bro. We definitely did.
Exactly.
In a different time, in a way different time. Like, a lot of these cats don't realize 10 years is a big, big difference, bro, between 09 and 2000 or 2010 to 2020. That's a big difference, bro. A lot has changed from there, you know what I'm saying, to now. So
truly,
it's let my young guys know, and let my brothers know that they blessed to have platforms like Huddle, things that we didn't have. Like, shit, I remember telling Jits I had to, put my DVDs in mail and send them out.
Send them out
that's
like
how
that.
we had to get it.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have Huddle, and we didn't have Twitter to where coaches could just add you on Twitter, follow you on Twitter, see your Huddle, pull the link up and see you, and then offer you just like that on the spot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of the resources. Probably the first thing we take advantage of it, man. For real.
Right. It's like, because like you saying, it's like, we in a different age now. It's easy to build that network. You know what I'm saying? Easy. So let me ask you just this one. Basically, what would you say to, like, an incoming freshman? He coming from high school, he going into college. He's an incoming freshman. Like, going into camp, and what should he be, like, focusing his, mental, or even her, you know what I'm saying? She might be playing field hockey, you know what I'm saying, soccer. Really just any type of insight. What would you say, man? Like,
man, for me, man, the first thing I learned coming in from high school as a senior to a freshman in college is that transition, bro, is understanding, being humble, because you're going from being arguably the best player in your high school, right, now you're going to college where everybody there was the best player at their high school.
Exactly.
So you're going from, bro, everybody grinding. So it's different, because you're going from being you know what I'm saying, a small fish or a big fish in a small pond, you know what I'm saying, type, to being a small fish in a big pond where you got to compete with everybody. So the level of it's a whole different mindset, bro. And a lot of the kids now, they got it. They know that when they go on making that transition, that you got to be humble and you got to work hard, but you got to be confident. You got to let it be known as soon as you step on campus that whatever spot you want, you got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And you see it more so in every sport. Like, freshmen are playing. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. The hardest worker is going to play. Right. You know what I'm saying? The one that's going to come early and stay late. Exactly. And the ones that's committed, bro. It's easy to see who's committed and who's dedicated and who's not. Right. And college level, if you playing football, of course I can, only attest to football, but if you playing basketball, baseball, there's a whole different commitment level that you got to take into account, bro. When you get to that level. Exactly. It's really like a job, bro, straight up. Like, that's how you have to view it. It's an occupation. You know what I'm saying? You may not be getting bread or seeing a check bi-weekly, but you might be getting a scholarship. You might not be getting a scholarship. Right. At the same time, there's so many lessons that can be learned from that, bro. So many. And but going in there humble but confident. That's what. Yeah. You're gonna come out and they're gonna be like, who's this? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can dig that. And then also, like, so, as being like a high school coach for real, I told them a little bit, like, I said my man, he a coach at Spalding, but you told me I don't know what that situation is. You say you going to the JUCO now, so you actually taking your talents to a whole different level
on a whole different platform. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was just coaching high school, so now you going to the next level. So
Yeah.
as a high school coach, for real, just looking at, you know, all right, now I got these young guys coming in the camp. What are some things, or like, you know, some traits that you would look for in the players? Like, I mean, you said that you're looking for somebody who's humble but confident, but is there any type of, I mean, what you was on D line, right?
Yeah.
At Spalding? Okay, yeah. So, like, you know,
I played O-line at Kent State. They moved me from D-line to O-line when I got to Kent.
Okay.
And that's another lesson you can learn, too. We can get into that, switching positions. You get there, bro.
Yeah, you got to fill a role. Yeah.
You have to fill a role, bro. So you go in there, I'm the best. I was the best running back in my state. Okay, right. Well, you go in there, you probably going to compete against the 3 other running backs that was the best running backs in their state.
Exactly.
You feel me? So if they all getting it, if you fourth on the depth chart and coach say, hey, we need you to move to linebacker, you're going to say no? As opposed to being 4th-string running back, you could be 2nd-string linebacker and go play now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for what I'm looking for, though, bro, that's a great question. Because you hear the universal traits that all coaches want. They want somebody that's going to work hard. They want somebody that's going to be disciplined. You know, they want somebody that's going to have great attention to detail, and somebody that's very coachable, bro. A lot of kids now, my dogs feel like they know everything. Some feel like they do, and some watch a lot of film, and some critique and know the game where they're justified in that. But being coachable, bro, is very important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because none of us are perfect. None of even the best, you know what I'm saying, at the highest level still get coached, still get coached up. Nobody's perfect, bro. Every time, every day is an opportunity to get better. You know, so knowing somebody that's coachable is huge. Somebody that's a team guy, not a me guy, is huge.
And I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like those things, and I be saying that, I be writing, like I do the videos, I write my caption and all that, and literally those exact things, like that's the type player I was in high school, bro. I literally was like, yo, I wanted the ball. I mean, obviously I was doing something with it, but at the end of the day, you know, we had running backs that we didn't have to give me the ball, basically, bro.
Nah, bro, we didn't.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know, and that's real shit you saying that, bro. It's obviously a different perspective. You looking at it 10 years later, but you're a good example of that. You somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you could have helped us on defense tremendously at corner or DB, you know what I'm saying, but you wanted to play receiver, and that was what you wanted to play. We ran the wing T. We threw the ball, you feel me? We threw the ball 5 to 10% of the time. You know what I'm saying? You'd be lucky if we threw the ball 10 times a game.
Exactly.
And when we did throw it, it was coming your way.
Yeah, you knew it was coming, but also what? 2 routes. You know what I mean? That's
2 routes, slant and a 9 route. That's all.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You feel me? I couldn't do much with that. You can't do much with that. But at the end of the day, like you said though, being a team guy, not a me guy, and I think that was something that I always express, like basically to everybody that I become in contact with now, like yo, like don't be the type player that basically I was for her. And I don't tell them exactly. I let them find that out. But now that we have a think tank, you're actually a person that played on my team. You know what I'm saying? We went Oklahomas together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, we've been in those.
I don't know about that, my nigga. I don't know if you went Oklahomas with me.
I went, bro. You don't remember that, bro? Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
And that was 10 years ago. Hey, bro, there's been a lot of concussions and headshots since then, but I don't know about that one.
You right, bro. In practice, bro. You know I was a beast, bro. I was blowing my. You
wasn't lined up with me though. You weren't lined up with me though. I'm sorry,
you weren't lined up with me.
You were like a buck. You were like a $165, $170, something.
Yeah, like.
I was out there. What was I back then? 275, 280. No, you wasn't.
Yeah, like pushing like 280 for real. It's all right though. It's all right. You know.
Yeah. Going back to these young boys, yeah, man. I just want them to understand the fact that, like, again, going back to taking advantage of your resources, bro, and huddle and things like that. Like, even if you're not somebody that's about to go to college tomorrow or next year or even a year after that. Take advantage of it, bro. Like, even dudes like we was talking about offline, you know what I'm saying, yo, that plays JV as a sophomore but moved up and got some burn on varsity at the end of the season, and it's somebody's parents saying that the JV film don't matter. To who? To who it don't matter? Because it depends on how you're looking at it. If you're talking about, you know, of course that's not going to matter to a college coach right now. College coaches, they want to see you playing at the highest level, competing at the highest level.
Right.
But for your personal development and growth, man, that JV film, that's everything, bro. I mean,
Exactly.
that's just something, especially for you want to take that next step, which is probably going from being a starter on the JV to a starter on the varsity next year.
Exactly.
You're gonna
That's
be
that's your
that's
blueprint.
everything. That's your blueprint, bro. Straight up.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
you got all these trainers out here now. I mean, Ferron Carter, Josh Pleasant, whoever it may be, Will Maynard, whoever's doing it out there. My man Clemens, Jason Clemens out there.
Jason, yeah.
These dudes that play ball and will take your film and can see based on certain movements what they can do to incorporate that in your workout. To then you're going to be a better player.
Exactly.
And then you're going to be a better athlete.
Right.
So man, that film is huge, bro. Like you said, it's the blueprint. And
right.
if we had that back then, I couldn't even imagine being able to just have, I'm saying, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year.
Because you building upon all of those every single time.
Every time, bro. And I'll give you a perfect example. My man Zion at Spalding was he played JV his freshman year last year, or not last year, the year before last. Shout out Zion. And he played JV, and it was a dog on JV at Spalding.
Who is that? I'm not familiar with him. Who's he?
Zion Pitney, little slot receiver.
Okay.
He's smaller, but he's just a dog. He's got heart.
What's his number?
What was Zion's number last year? I don't know.
Just a slot receiver though.
Yeah. Slot. Right. Look out for my dog.
Yeah. Shout out.
He'll be something. He's young. They got so much talent over there, bro. But he was a good example because he played varsity as a freshman, but had the talent to play it as he played JV as a freshman, but he had the talent to play varsity as a freshman. Exactly. He was undersized. He didn't know the offense. You know what I'm saying? It was a perfect situation for him to go play and learn and grow. And then he made his huddle of his freshman year on JV, and it's good tape. But that's something he can learn from. It's something he could grow from. It's the same offense going from JV to varsity.
And so now
you're looking at the releases. Yeah.
Right. So now next season he about to compete with all them boys who was starting on varsity last season.
Exactly. And then he took that jump. He made some huge plays for us this year as a sophomore, and he's just going to build on that as a junior next year. So I think it's huge, bro. If a lot of these kids realize if they have goals, which you should always have goals. Whether you write them down, you put them in your phone. Have goals of what you want to achieve in 6 months. Have goals of what you want to achieve in a year. Have goals of what you want to achieve in 2 years, and then work hard to aim towards that, and make sure that you're putting the plans and you doing things in place to do that. And I think huddle is a big part of that.
Yeah, no matter what. Now, in terms of there's a and I don't even know his name. I forget. I actually be seeing him on my Instagram sometimes. He actually just committed to Spalding, so he's coming in. Do they have freshman team still or no? They just only got.
They still got freshman team, but like I said, if you're a dog as a freshman, you're gonna play on varsity.
Right.
I think my first year at Spalding, the class of the 2024 class or the 2022 class, they came in. They had like seven or eight dudes play on varsity as freshmen.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like and they even the coaches back then, it was like that's unheard of. Like we don't have that, never happened.
But they giving them a shot. Basically.
They giving them a shot.
You work hard, you getting a shot. Y'all heard it here first. I mean, Terrell, he played D1. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's talking about, and he's literally coached. So it's like he knows what he's talking about. Another one, man, is what are some things that you would say that people need to prioritize in terms of when they're making their transitions, or even a guy that is 2022 class of 2023? Like, is it I guess obviously you want to make sure that your grades and all that is right, so that you can actually be on the field. But in terms of would you say that it's more now you gotta attack those networks, you gotta attack the Twitter huddle, or is it like you can kind of allow them to come to you as long as you put in that work in, and then it's like, is it y'all coaching staff? Do y'all be pushing people as well, or is it kind of all up to those kids prioritizing what they want to do and their goals?
That's a long question. That's a two-part. So that's a two-part. So I'm gonna break it down. So the first part is prioritizing, like you said, grades, hands down. It don't matter how much work you put in. You could be putting hours and hours and hours out on the field, running, doing suicides, running hills, pushing plates, whatever you're doing, but you got a 1.5 or below a 2.0 or something like that,
it doesn't matter.
You're invaluable, bro. No, prioritize right. Spend now you know you're in good shape. You spend 20 minutes out on the field and spend an hour and 30 getting your homework and stuff done. It's not easy for my even, and that carries over to the college level too. You got dudes that are crazy talented, bro, dumb talent, and fail out. And all you got to do is go to class. All you got to do is sit straight up. Take your AirPods out. Pay attention. Take notes.
Exactly.
It's not that hard, especially when you get to the certain levels. And I can't really attest to public high school because I didn't go. I went to Spalding too. But the resources that they have now, the tutors, you know what I'm saying? Teachers ain't just about to let you fail, bro. They're not about to just let you just be trash and have it terrible, because that's a reflection of them too. You know what I'm saying? It's not their job to make it harder on you. It's not their job to fail you. It's their job to put you in a position to be successful. But it's on you at the end of the day what you're gonna do with that work from an academic standpoint. Hell yeah, bro. And I didn't realize it till even when I was at Spalding, bro. I was so focused on just getting to the next level, getting to the next level. And then when I got there and I got to Kent State and I'm at D1 ball, it's like, all right, now what? What's the next challenge? And there's so many distractions. And I'll be the first to say, I got lost in a lot of the distractions, bro. I mean, females, parties, all that is just gonna be right in front of you, bro. It's gonna be right there. And you got to be able to prioritize what's important. Make a list of what's important. You know, family, faith, football was my top 3. You know, put my friends right under that. If you wasn't in that top 4, then you was irrelevant. It wasn't important to spend my time trying to, you know, do things that's not important. Yeah, bro, straight up. And I said, my young guys like, oh, coach saying that we need to, we shouldn't be going out partying and things like that. I mean, you're gonna have your fun, bro. But I'm telling you, that high school parties and shit, that's dead, bro. I mean, if you have real goals, if you have real life goals to play college football, play college basketball, play college baseball, take it even further than that, you're gonna have to prioritize and understand that all that other shit is for later. You can have that shit in college. You can have that shit when you make it.
You're gonna have to get focused. You're gonna have
to. Staying focused is probably the number one thing I would say, because it's so easy to get distracted.
Right.
It's so easy to get distracted by the littlest things. If you ain't staying focused on what's important, guess what? There's 20 other dudes working just as hard as you are for one spot.
And then it's like, as soon as you gonna just basically go like this, just decline. Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, bro. Because at the end of the day, people are always competing. There's always competition going, bro.
Right.
Like, straight up. And that's the thing is, there's only so many D1 offers that can be handed out. There's only so many D1 AA. There's only so many D2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the mindset kids need to develop. When you feel like you're tired one day, or you feel like you don't want to work out one day, or whatever it may be,
you gotta get to it.
You gotta get to it. You gotta think about everybody else that's grinding just as hard, if not harder. So for me, it's prioritizing grades is hands down number one. You know what I'm saying? But and then of course is your work ethic on and off the field. But being able to manage those priorities is huge.
Right.
Exactly. And then from a coaching standpoint, to answer the second part of the question, you know, and I think it had to do with, from a coaching standpoint, is it more so the players on their own to really go and find, you know, opportunities through Twitter and Huddle and everything like that, or do the coaches do it for them? I can say that I've been in a position, and more so probably now than back when we was players, that the coaches have a lot to do with dudes getting opportunities. Oh yeah, I mean, it building relationships with college coaches, inviting college coaches, you know, to come to the school. I mean, like I said, the rules ain't the same like they was when we was in high school, bro. They have more access to the kids.
Right.
And there's times where they'll just, you know what I'm saying, hit a coach DM, hey, coach, I'm in the area. I'm going to come to Spalding tomorrow.
Right.
Great. Come on by. You know what I'm saying?
And then also, and I had noticed this a minute ago, because I always go to the Spalding St. Francis game, basketball, and then Spalding Mount St. Joe all the time. And I had went, and I noticed that Parsons was the AD over there. And I'm like, man, like, people don't even realize it's like.
Talk about somebody that came up though.
Yeah, like truly, like I remember when he was my 10th grade economics teacher. Like, bro, talk me about synergy. I'm like, okay, like it makes sense though. And like you said, that's a come up. You know what I'm saying?
Up, bro.
Yeah, like
And you think he just walked in one day and they was just like, all right, you the AD?
Nah,
No, bro. He had a plan. He probably, that was part of his 5-year goals. He was a teacher. He was a coach. He went to
he put
Spalding.
that work in.
He was assistant AD. He was doing all that administrative work. And then when it came time to say, hey, you know, we need an AD, it was like he was already like the heir apparent to the throne because they already knew what he was about.
Right. And he hoops. So it's like, you know.
And he hooped. That's one thing. I don't want to make it all about Spalding, bro, but they do like having alumni come back. They all about, you know, having guys come back. When I came back, Miss Marr was so happy. She was just like, oh my gosh, you're back. And that's huge, bro. That's really huge.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I always had the mistake of calling Miss Bowman Miss Lomax to this day. Like I
still do.
Yeah, I always. That's what she
was Lomax all the way to our senior year, and then she's gonna just even past our senior. She was engaged. She wasn't married, so
exactly
for sure.
Yeah,
bro. For a lot of these kids right now, I mean, I think it's huge to be, depending on where you're going. For example, you're a football player right now. You should be tapped into your huddle crazy right now.
No matter what.
I mean, no matter what. As coaches, I mean, we watch the same play at least 4, 5, 6 times before going to the next one.
Right.
So
I mean, you're trying to see exactly how, you know, how everybody is, all these moving parts of this play. I mean,
all these moving
parts. How are you reacting? Like,
especially in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Because in the trenches, that's where it starts. But it's so quick to get fixated on where the football is. You know, that real football heads know that it gets started at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
So as a line coach, you got to look at all them small things from alignment, you know what I'm saying, to technique and to pad level, hand placement, all those little things go into account. So if you're a D lineman and you have a college coach telling you, well, these are my things that are most important, hand placement, get off, pad level, all those things, well, you're not going to be able to watch film and see all that in one play.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to
break it down.
Going to have to break it down. Oh, shit, I was probably too high on this play. Oh, I had a good first step, but I was too high. My hands wasn't in the right spot. You know, it's going to take you more than just one, and then you got to slow it down.
Right.
So that's a lot of what it takes right now, bro, is attention to detail and understanding that it is a lot goes into it, bro. Like, straight up. You don't just get – go ahead, bro.
And I was about to say, and you have, what, three offensive linemen, they're defensive linemen that are going D1 this upcoming year also, or within the past 2-3 years?
Within the past couple of years, we had a couple D linemen from Northeast that went D3, D2, and then Spalding, you know, had Jameer going to Virginia.
Right.
We had a couple guys. My man Stephen Cobb's going to Stonehill College, which is D2.
Okay. Shout out to Stephen.
Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Jameer. My man Julian's going D3 playing at Franklin and Marshall. Shout out Julian. So Spalding, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy now. They've evolved a lot, bro. I mean, back to where just looking at, and that's the best thing. After leaving, I talked to Kyle when I left. I talked to Coach Schmidt when I left. I'm like, bro, I love this program. What you've done, what y'all have done the last decade or so is everything. And it's not even just from the growth of the program itself. It's more kids going to college, more kids getting scholarship, more exposure. You know what I'm saying? And that's everything, bro. That's really what it's about. So the more that they understand that these coaches got their back and that all you got to do is your part, which your part's probably the bare minimum of it.
Keep your grades up.
Keep your grades up. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, that's it.
Saying? It's really not, bro. It's really not science, bro.
And I be telling them about that, man, like, cause you know, track was my thing, and you know, I didn't even get to run my my senior year outdoor, and that's the one that, you know, that's that season, and
that's that season, bro.
And my thing, you know, I had all them detentions and all that, so it's like you said, you gotta keep your grades up, and you gotta stay out of trouble, man. Like, you gotta make sure that you doing your part, so that, you know, them coaches and your parents even, you know, they could take you to the next level, or at least put you in that position to be able to go to that next level. You know
No doubt, bro. And it's and nowadays more than ever, bro, kids can do so much to hurt themselves more than help themselves.
Right.
And social media is a great tool, But you see dudes losing scholarships and losing opportunities every day off a tweet.
Clean your pages up, everybody.
Clean your page up. Yup. And I was just about to get to that. Clean your page up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here, you know what I'm saying, retweeting dumb stuff. Even if it's something that you didn't personally tweet. But if you retweeted or you liked it, and them coaches are, and you don't have your account private, and them coaches are going through your Twitter and like, oh, well, he liked this about guns and rapping and everything. And it could be something that wasn't even bad.
Right.
It's the perception.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then it's and character is so huge nowadays.
Right.
Whether it be, and it's been huge forever. It's been huge forever, bro. They're looking at your character. They're looking at, okay, well, this dude's a 5-star. This dude's a 5-star. How do you think they're differentiating it? This guy has a 4.0. This guy's a 4.0. They check all the boxes all the way down to character.
Mm-hmm. They trying to see who you are, like, and then it's so easy now because, like you say, you got all these different tools of social media, like Twitter, IG. You know what I'm saying? You going all through it. So
straight up, bro, straight up. And I won't. And being on the coaching side of it, I'm not gonna be political. I'm not gonna lie and act like there ain't coaches out there that do some shady stuff, bro. There's coaches out there that do some shady shit, straight up. But at the end of the day, you can only control you.
Yeah, you can control what you can control.
Control what you can control.
Right. Exactly.
That's it. And another thing is, there's kids on here that will never play D1 football. Right. They'll never play. Don't listen. Is it great to go D1 for the exposure and everything like that? Yes. Is it great to go D1 for the competition that you're going to play and maybe being able to be on TV and things like that? Yes. But if you can ball out at the D1 AA and you know you're going to play from freshman year to senior year, as opposed to walking on at Maryland to sit on the bench for 3 years. Man, if you don't go ahead and go to JMU or whatever it is, or whatever you got to go to get that playing time to go get better, come on, man. That's one thing that I would. And kids don't like that. They don't want to hear that. Oh, well, coach, why shouldn't I aim to go D1? I'm not saying that shouldn't be a goal of yours. It should be a goal of yours. It was a goal of mine, and I achieved it. But at the end of the day, I got niggas and friends and everything like that went D2, went D3, and made it to the league and were content because they got a chance and they went to a program that loved them and they went to a program that they got a chance to compete and they played and they got better and they developed year after year. And then you got dudes that go to D1 schools and never see no playing time. Right. Exactly. So their senior year. And then your senior year come and then heaven forbid you get hurt.
You got hurt. Exactly. And then it's like you done wasted, 4 years, possibly 5 you redshirted. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's like, yeah.
So go to college, man. And when I'm telling these kids, when you talking about making a decision on where to go to college, bro, go to where there's a coaching staff that loves you, bro. Right. Go to where that they're gonna make sure that you're doing all the right things, that they're holding you accountable and all that. Because you can go to a program, and there's a difference. And the reason, and what I mean by they love you is you can tell on how they recruit you. Right. You can tell from their eye contact to their persistence and wanting to talk to you, to the relationships they build with your parents. All that's important. If you got a coach that only hit you up once or twice and hasn't hit you up in 3 weeks to a month, there's probably a good chance that that's not the best place for you to go in your future. Right. You know what I'm saying? You may have the talent that they're looking for, but there's something that's not there.
It's something that's off. It's that chemistry.
It's that chemistry, bro. Yeah. And people ask me all the time, why'd you choose Kent State? At the time, my junior year, I had, tore my meniscus and I had no cartilage in my knee my junior year. So after my junior year, you remember I had to get surgery and everything. I couldn't do anything.
Braces, right?
And I had the knee brace on, everything. I had surgery, and I lost a couple offers from my junior year to my senior year, all off a knee injury that wasn't even supposed to be that serious. Right. And then I lost a Maryland offer. I lost a couple strong offers back then that I had because of that. But Kent stayed with me, and not everyone's gonna have a situation like that where you get injured and then you're going through this whole process, and then you finally get to your senior year and you ball the fuck out, and then it's like, oh damn, okay, and then Maryland come back in the picture. Oh, we want you now. We want you. Oh, now you want me.
Yeah, but they was never rocking with me before.
They was rocking with me from the very beginning, and they were like, oh, meniscus tear. Oh, we're not gonna pull your offer for a meniscus tear. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. And they have that, and that's what it was. In the first 3 games, I came out balling. We started 3-0. We beat Calvert Hall at home, which was huge because we was B conference back then. Yeah, Mel Kiper, I think, was there.
Yeah.
And it all goes from there, bro. So I say go to work, go to who loves you, and they'll show you they love you by, for example, they'll keep a scholarship offer to you when you're, fresh off a knee injury, you got surgery, and there may be some uncertainty of you gonna come back.
Right.
And they technically did still have time to pull it, but they didn't.
Right.
And there was some that did. So go to work, go to a school that's gonna love you.
Well, let me ask you about this one though. So JUCO, like, what's your thoughts on that? I mean,
well, obviously that's somewhere I'm leaning heavy to go into Jersey Coast Prep Academy in New Jersey, and I think JUCO opportunity in prep school in general is huge in the right situation.
Right.
You got a lot of guys. What I mean by that is you got guys that do have issues with grades, that just aren't going to qualify, have bad test scores and things like that, shouldn't give up on their dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have bad grades right now, if you're struggling with your GPA, you're a senior, and you want to still play college football,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Go to JUCO route, go to prep school route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You'll
they ball too, though.
And they ball out.
Ball.
And there's D1 schools up and through there every day.
Yeah.
Every week. Trying to find talent, trying to find that diamond in the rough. So
yeah,
I think
definitely ball.
They definitely ball at JUCOs, bro. And you're gonna get opportunity to play against great competition. There's dudes that go to JUCOs that have good grades, but like we said, had injuries. That probably been the route I went if, my senior year went bad and I didn't really come back to that knee injury straight. I would have had to go to JUCO route just to show that I could still ball. And right. I know I wasn't a D3 player. I knew I wasn't a D2 player.
Right.
So I'd rather go to JUCO route, get that exposure, not lose any, eligibility, and then transfer it to a 4-year school.
Right. Exactly.
So I think JUCO is huge for a lot of reasons, but
I think Manders did that. Didn't Manders do that?
Manders did that and then transferred to Iowa.
Yeah, and he got a chip out there, Jones.
He got a chip out there.
Yeah.
Shout out Manders. Shout out Steve
playing.
Manders.
Yeah.
Shout out Manders for real.
Mm-hmm.
Already, bro. So yeah, bro. Just to wrap it up for a lot of these kids out here, is just stay humble, stay confident, keep working hard. I hate to say this because there's a lot of parents I love out there. There are a lot of parents that are very supportive. There are a lot of parents that know sports and know their kids and know what their kids need to be going through. But there are parents out there that are doing their kids a disservice, bro, because they aren't all the way educated on that process and the clearinghouse and getting into colleges and understanding their kids' personal development. Yeah, their JV film might not mean anything to, a college coach, but to your personal development and how you can grow and be a better player in the future, it's everything. It's everything.
Even
so take advantage of all that film.
And even breaking down the film with your coach in the free time. And I'm sure that some coaches, will be available to do that,
Oh, yeah. Already.
Yeah.
They definitely will be. And the ones the good ones will take the time to really sit down with you and break down even plays where you might not even be in. There might be a situation where another dude was in the game, but that's your position, so you can learn from it by seeing
exactly
what the offense is doing if you're a D lineman or a linebacker, whatever it may be. So yeah, bro, I think Huddle was one of the best things invented for these kids.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of kids wouldn't be going to school at all if it was the old way where they had to send their DVDs out through the mail, because some kids lazy now. They work hard because it's cool to work hard now. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be, you know what I'm saying? It's the wave now to be online and post your workouts and everything like that. But at the end of the day, bro,
you gotta be serious about it, It can't just be about just showing it online. You actually gotta put the footwork in,
Yeah, bro, it's about what you do behind the scenes. It's about what you do when nobody's looking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The definition of character is what you're doing when no one's looking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to do great things and everything when everybody's watching. But what are you doing when nobody's watching? How are you taking advantage of everything right now?
Right.
For kids too, I've always wanted kids that's very mentally tough. And what I mean by mentally tough is adversity doesn't make them weak, or they don't stray away from adversity. Adversity motivates them to be better. Like, for example, RIP Kobe, the Mamba mentality. Where do you think that comes from? That just comes from a mindset that no matter what it may be, if somebody disrespects you, I'm going to go at them. If somebody says you can't do something, I'm gonna do it. If somebody says you can't beat me, I ain't just gonna beat you. I'm gonna smash you. Like that's a whole man. That's all starts right here.
Yeah.
Before you even lace up your shoes, before you even step on the court, before you even step on the field, what are you thinking already up here? You know what I'm saying? Because some dudes don't have that dog mentality. Some dudes, the difference between dudes being good and being great is
that dog.
That dog.
Yeah. You're going to have to bring it out. Like, you're going to
have to bring it out. And
if you want to go to the next level, you got to bring it out.
You got to bring it out, bro. And you got to bring it out in practice.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
That's one thing, bro. If I could go back and start this shit all over again. I'm talking about 10 years ago. I practiced so much harder. I would cherish every rep, every drill in practice.
Yeah. True.
When I finally got to be a starter at Kent my junior year and I was locked in, and I'm saying after a hard week of practice, so we in week 8 of the season, we got a big game coming up, telling the scout dudes not to rush hard or not to go hard. Like, no, if I go back, I'd be like, no, bro, beat my ass, make me better, because it's what I need. Come at me, because it's gonna make the game easier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The harder you practice makes the game easier.
Right. We doing all these reps when we tired. We doing it after we already been beat down. So it's like when it comes fourth quarter and it's like, you know, game is on the line, you got your crowd chanting for you. You got your fans with you. You got your whole team behind you. It's like, you know, you're not feeling as much as that tiredness now. So
nope.
Yeah.
You're not, bro. You're not. I mean, all that mindset, all that comes from them hot summers.
Yeah.
You know I'm saying? Exactly. Them grinds, bro.
That's
what you think about. When this fourth quarter you tired, shit, you think about that one extra rep. Let me just go as hard as I can. Because what a lot of these kids don't realize is they might be tired, but that's up here. Their body's got so much more left that they don't even know, that they ain't even tap into yet, bro, because they're weak-minded. And they've already made up in their mind up here that they tired or that they can't go no more. And then, no, bro. And when you think you can't go no more, do 3 more.
Right. Exactly.
You know if
that's when you gotta hit that reserve tank for real.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta hit that reserve, especially you running hills. Like, no, bro, I'm done. I can't hit these last 3. I gotta hit 10. I did 7.
Hit that 8. You better get them knees up. You better
get knees up. That's when you gotta go harder. That's when you gotta dig deeper. And there's kids that got that, bro. Straight up. And shout out to my man Zaki, who committed to Penn State. That kid, bro, he was like you for real, because your sophomore year. You was all of like 5'7", like a buck 20. That was him. His sophomore year, he was probably about 5'6", 5'7", a buck 20. Going into his junior year, he sprouted up to about 6'11".
Right, 4-star athlete now, right?
I'm not 6'11", 6'1", about 6'1". I don't know what made me say 6'11", 6'1". I was about to say 5'11", like 5'11", 6 foot, and he just he sprouted up overnight. And, And now he's going to Penn State, but that's one of the hardest working kids I've ever known, bro.
Yeah.
And he comes from a family where his dad coached football forever. His dad used to coach him in youth ball. So again, the kids that you see are successful and really doing this a lot of the times have that strong support system too. That know what they're talking about, that know how to gear them in the right direction. Because a lot of times you see kids that don't make it not because they weren't talented, not because they weren't smart, but because they didn't have the right support system either. And they grew up in a bad situation and they weren't able to get to class on time. They weren't able to have someone to take them to the camp, to go. They didn't have somebody take them to the official visit. So a lot goes into it, bro. Exactly. I'm not going to say that it's easy because everybody's situation is different.
It's different, yeah. But like you said, it goes down to, you got to have a support system. So all them parents out here, y'all watching, y'all listening, make sure that y'all, put something behind your children. Put something behind, the people that you are trying to support. Like, if you're really about that. So
if you're really about that. And that's really what it comes down to. And you do have parents out there that are living vicariously through their kids. That they didn't make D1, so they're going to do everything to make sure, you know what I'm saying, Lil Quentin or Javon or whoever make D1. But it's not about you, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It never was.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You got to get over yourself and that's the thing. It's just an ego thing, bro. It's like
ego thing.
Yeah, exactly. But we all have to check ourselves on our ego. So it is what it is. Like, I mean, we all gotta just do a better job of that shit for real. To really like take ourselves to the next level. You know what I mean?
Straight up, bro. That's as real as it gets.
Yeah,
it's personal accountability.
Right.
Because a lot of the times you got dudes out there that was waiting for somebody else to do it. Wait for somebody else to make that move. Wait for somebody else to tell them to do it. Why somebody got to tell you to do it?
Right.
Why somebody got to give you an extra push or something to do it?
Right.
No, you got to personally hold yourself accountable and say, I'm going to do these 20 full gassers. I'm going to do these 20 stadium stairs. I'm going to do it. I'm going D1. And if I don't go D1, I'm going to a school that's going to give me an opportunity to compete and get a great education and possibly play at the next level, or get a good education and set myself up for a good career when I graduate.
Right.
The percentages of dudes that go from high school to college and college to the pros
very low.
Very, very low. Very low.
Very slim.
Very slim. And there are a lot of different circumstances you got to, take into account.
Right.
As to why that is.
Right.
It's
like it's all the time. It's not all talent either. You can have the most talented person, but it don't mean that you automatically go into the league. I mean, like you said, it's a lot of factors for real that you really got to, take into consideration.
Dog, there are so many examples. And kids watching right now, they probably don't even know who Jamarcus Russell is, or somebody like that who had everything you could ever want, bro. First overall pick.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a man. Like,
he was gonna be a dog, bro. Throwing 70 yards off a knee, could run, was strong.
Yeah,
was everything you could ever want, except he ain't work hard.
Yeah.
He wasn't a student of the game.
It's like he wasn't though. His mental part, bro. Like his mental was not focused on, let me do it. I got here. I'm first pick, but that don't mean nothing for real. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You gotta go in there and you gotta solidify your spot. Like even Tom Brady, like I like how Tom Brady went to the Bucks off of this is a refresh now, refresh Brady. Like I don't hate Tom Brady. I never have. He was never my favorite player, but I'm definitely I like this Tom Brady. Like,
I love it, bro. And that's the thing too. And,
I like this one.
And I'm a diehard Ravens fan.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, how do you like Tom Brady? Well, I don't like him, but you can't disrespect greatness.
Can't
disrespect greatness and what he's done, even to this day. The man's in his 40s still doing it. You know what I'm saying? The man's got 6 Super Bowls. Like, come on, bro. I mean, we can disrespect him however you want for his personal life and his personality, but you can't deny that dog in him, and you can't deny the fact that he's greatness. He's the greatest quarterback to ever do it.
Yeah, on that football field, he bringing it to you. So
every trip.
Yeah.
Every trip. And I'm excited to see what the Buccaneers are going to do on a football perspective. If we get to that point, from what we're seeing about this virus and everything, football season might get pushed back a little bit.
Yeah. We gonna get there. I just don't know when. I mean, I'm not in the CDC, and it seems it seems like nobody knows, but we gonna get there soon, bro. We just all gotta be mentally tough about this, in this time at least.
Hell yeah. Stay in the house, bro. I mean, ain't nothing out here for you.
Truly, though.
Stay in the crib. Do everything that you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? If you are getting that work in, go get a run in by yourself.
Yeah.
Go find an empty field. You know what I'm saying? Go run some sprints, go run some suicides.
Yeah.
But don't let this be an excuse either to not put no work in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the kids today can have that mindset. Be like, oh well, I can't go to the gym. I can't technically do this. I can't. Because again, it goes back to the fact that it's the wave to get that work in. It's the wave to, you know what I'm saying? But are you really working though?
Right.
Are you really out here working? I'm challenging kids. Are you all really working out here? Because I'm telling you, there are dudes out here that are working every single day.
On that Bo Jackson way.
Twice a day. On that Bo Jackson. On that prime time. That's what I'm saying, bro. There's dudes out here. If you think you could work, if you feel inside of you that you could work harder, you could go harder, that means you should probably be going harder.
You should be going harder.
You should be going harder. Don't let nobody outwork you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let nobody outwork you, because what's that quote go? Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Yeah.
That's as real as it gets, bro.
Yeah.
That's as real as it gets.
Yeah, truly. You could be the A+ athlete with a D work ethic, and that C+ athlete is gonna beat you because his work ethic is A+. He done raised his overall already because you're not working hard.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight, and you see it all the time, bro. And the perfect example, I guess, NFL wise, would be the Jaguars and Nick Foles. They brought that man in 5-year deal. Think he gonna be the guy. You know what I'm saying? He thinks shit's sweet. Gardner Minshew come in 5th round pick. He get his opportunity.
Yeah.
What they do in the offseason. They didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
All they saw enough from this man Minshew and saw that Foles was content and thought shit was sweet.
Yeah.
And they traded him off to Chicago. Gone.
And that's how it be though, man. Like, you know, we can't take moments and we can't take the time that we have for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, they're not doing too much trading on this level, but, you know, you might sit the bench, like, and nobody trying to sit the bench. So,
yep. And that's another thing, too, bro. Like, dudes think because they bought out their sophomore year, that guarantees them to start their junior year. Or they bought out their junior year, they guarantee them to start them their senior year.
Both. Right. Exactly.
What, nigga, when? Since when?
Right.
You only as good. What have you done for me lately? You only as good as what you just did last week. This season.
Exactly.
It kills me the entitlement that dudes have.
I mean, it's crazy because, like you said, it's just an entitlement thing. But it also goes down to look like, are you just content with just, you know, being good, or are you trying to be great?
Straight up.
Like those people that are trying to be great, naturally, I feel like they aren't entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because they get it, bro.
Yeah,
they get it. They get it, dog.
Yeah.
It's like, it goes back to the Nipsey thing. When they say the marathon continues, it's always been a marathon. It's always been a long distance journey, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to making goals. Set them goals out 3 to 5 years from now. Where do you want to be?
Right.
And then you got to outline.
How you going to get there? For real?
Exactly. Just took the word straight from me, bro. And you got to outline, what are you going to do to get there? You can't just write, I want to go to the league. I want to be 5-star. I want to be all-state. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then not put no work in.
Right.
You ain't going to get 5-star playing Madden. You ain't going to get the 5-star playing 2K. You ain't going to get the 5-star playing Call of Duty. You're not.
Truly.
It's not going to get you. You're not going to get to college with a 0.5 GPA. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Listen, bro. The higher level you move, the harder you got to work, bro. I mean, straight up. The harder you got to go. And that's the mindset. And that's what I love about a lot of these kids today. They know that. They want that challenge. They want to be able to say, like, okay, I'm going against the best. I want to compete against the best. I want to work out with the best. I want to do all that. And then, but again, it goes up to this. It goes back to your mental. What are you thinking? What's your mindset about? Are you content with, you know what I'm saying, just being on? Are you content with being on JV and not playing? You know what I'm saying? And just sitting the bench? Or are you content with being a sophomore on varsity that sits on the bench? I give advice to dudes like this. Dudes like, well, coach, I'd rather be on varsity as a sophomore. Well, would you rather be a varsity on sophomore sitting on the bench every game?
Right.
Or rather you better be that dog on JV.
And go play.
Go play and learn and grow.
Right.
So that you're either better as a junior, or you so good you too good on JV to where we got to bring you up because you're just too good down there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, a lot of dudes have that mentality, bro, but a lot don't. I just challenge dudes to continue to grind every single day, stay focused, and not be complacent, bro. Don't be complacent. Don't be okay thinking because you had, you know what I'm saying, you averaged 13 points, 8 assists, had 5 steals, and all this your junior year, that because your senior year is coming up, that dog of a point guard from JV is not still going to try to come up and take your spot.
Right.
And if he outplays you and he's out grinding you, then he should have your spot.
Exactly. It's like you said, the best players should play. And that's the thing, like with that politics, there are politics in high school, politics in college, but at the end of the day, the best man should play, the best woman should play, straight up. I mean,
straight up.
Like
that's real, bro. And it's unfortunate that you dudes still have programs and places that ain't about that. They're gonna play the dudes and there's dudes that's always been a victim of this. If you go into a situation where the coaching staff is political, and you know what I'm saying, the coach's son is on the team, and you know what I'm saying, he's gonna start because he's the coach's son, or just even if you're in a situation where this dude is in coach's office every day watching film and you not, you know what I'm saying, and coach feels more confident that he knows what he's doing and doesn't feel confident that you know what you're doing, but you're the more talented person, then that's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's where you have to get with your coach for, and y'all gonna like, look, okay, now I feel like there's well, you gotta explain it. I actually told somebody that probably like a year ago, I was like, yeah, like he didn't make the team. And I told him, I was like, bro, like you didn't make the team because not that you're not good, but you ain't make the team because you ain't go to none of the summer leagues.
Yeah.
You ain't go to none of the off-season workouts. You ain't go to none of, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't invested into it.
Exactly, bro. And that's what it comes down to too. It comes back to that commitment.
Yeah.
Coaches want to know that dudes are as committed as we are to it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you're gonna find that, and this ain't healthy. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy for if coaches want it more than you do.
Right.
Like if I want you to be great more than you want to be great, that's not good.
That's a backwards relationship.
That's a backwards relationship, bro. That's not gonna get you nowhere.
Exactly.
If a coach is trying to do everything he can, if he's exalting so much energy just for you to meet your full potential, then you got bigger problems.
Right.
And that's why coaches want dudes that have great character. That's why coaches want dudes that work hard and that they can go to the high school coach and say, hey, man, how's the dude's work ethic?
Right.
And they can look him dead in his eyes and be told the truth. Like, no, this man, he's going to work hard. He's going to show up. He's going to do everything you ask him to.
Right.
And that goes a long way with coaches nowadays. It's always gone a long way, but it goes a long way more so now. You know what I'm saying? For that reason.
Exactly.
Because they want to know you putting that work. They want to make sure they view you as a recruit, as an investment.
Right.
I
mean, we literally are spending that money. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You really are an investment to them in their program to get to that next level. They view you as an investment. And that institution that you're going to is an investment in your future. Right. This is the place that you're going to be getting your degree in and playing ball or doing whatever. And that's going to propel you to either, if you're a dog and you're blessed and you're blessed to not have no injuries and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? Then you can go and play at the highest level. Right. And I think that dudes lose sight of the fact that, injuries, it taking care of your body, bro, is everything. Truly. Like I would tell these dudes every day, bro, stretch every day, stretch multiple times a day. Like you don't want to be like a nigga like me that's 28 feeling like they 40, bro. Right. You don't want to be like that. Stretch. Gotta stretch every day, even as soon as you wake up, hit a stretch. Don't do no little weak ass stretch. Yeah, a real one. Do a real stretch. Yeah. If you have the you know what I'm saying, the driveway or whatever, go out there and do a dynamic stretch. You know what I'm saying? Do all those little things. We call them little things, but all the little things lead up to being big things. Right. And that's all what that's what take you to separate that good from that great. Yeah, that's it. The difference between being good and being great is in the details. It's in the very small details. Right. Are you stretching? Are you hydrating? Are you watching film? Are you doing work when nobody's watching? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because the great ones are the ones that are standing after practice. Right. I mean, I tell kids to this day, pre and post practice work is just as important as anything, bro. Right. Getting to practice 15 minutes early, whether it be if you're a center to snap footballs, whether if you're a quarterback to get some reads and do some drops and work on your 3-step, work on your footwork, whether you're a running back just to work on your cuts, work on getting handoffs, and doing all that, bro. All that's important. All that is whether you a point guard and you just out there dribbling, you know what I'm saying, 15 minutes before you guys got to go through warm-ups. All that shit is vital, bro. Right. The more work you can put in, the better. The more preparation you can put in, the better. Exactly. Straight up. Because preparation is key, especially in football, because it's a whole week before every game. Why do you think that is? Exactly. There's so much preparation that goes into football. Mm-hmm. Whereas basketball, we practice, we watch film, but we can have back-to-back games. Tuesday and Wednesday. You can have 3 games in you know what I'm saying, 3 straight days. Right. But football is different. But preparation is universal throughout every sport. Right. And it's not just watching film. It's making sure you're in shape. It's making sure you're stretching. Making sure you hydrating. And then, bro, and shit, when you a real athlete, you just drink water even with just because, bro. Exactly. Just because. Like even now, like people ask me, well, what's your favorite drink? Like
Water.
Non-alcoholic. Water.
Right. Water.
You're like,
exactly.
You basic, nigga. You're like, hey,
Like,
that's all I know, cuz.
Exactly.
I used to have gallons of water just walking around with a gallon of water.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like I don't even drink Gatorade too much. You know,
that sugary shit, dog.
Yeah, just pretty much stick with the water.
I mean, when